Imagine Ukraine under a US security umbrella, protected almost like a NATO member, but without joining NATO. Sounds unlikely? After Trump's meeting with Putin in Alaska, that idea is suddenly on the table. In this explainer, we'll break down what a US NATO-style guarantee for Ukraine could look like, why it matters, and what it means for Kyiv, Moscow, Washington, and Europe. The much-hyped Trump-Putin summit in Alaska ended without a ceasefire, peace deal, or even the planned lunch. But Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff claimed a breakthrough. Russia agreed the US could offer Article 5 like protection to Ukraine. To understand this, let's quickly look at NATO. Formed in 1949, NATO is the world's largest military alliance. Today it has 32 members, including Finland and Sweden. At its core lies Article 5. An attack on one is an attack on all. Invoked only once, after September 11th, it sent NATO troops into Afghanistan. The US plan is to give Ukraine NATO-style protection, but without full NATO membership. That means Kyiv gets collective defense promises, but without the alliance's legal obligations. According to sources, Putin has quietly agreed to this framework. For Moscow, it avoids the nightmare of Ukraine formally joining NATO. For Washington, it offers Kyiv stronger guarantees without crossing Putin's red line. Russia has long opposed Ukraine joining NATO, calling it one reason for invading in 2022. Moscow also insists Kyiv must demilitarize, recognize Russian sovereignty over Crimea, and cede parts of eastern Ukraine. Trump himself said peace could come if Zelenskyy gave up the Donbas region. But Zelenskyy has flatly rejected territorial concessions, citing Ukraine's constitution, which requires a national referendum. Zelenskyy called US guarantees historic, but stressed they must be practical, covering land, air, and sea. European leaders, especially those bordering Russia, are wary. They back security guarantees but reject any peace deal that legitimizes Russia's territorial grabs. EU Commission President Ursula von der Leyen welcomed the US initiative, saying Europe was ready to do its share. If formalized, this would be the first time Russia allowed NATO-style language around Ukraine's defense. For the US, it's a way to project strength without sending troops. For Ukraine, it's reassurance short of membership. But the deal is fragile. It depends on Putin, Trump, Zelenskyy, and Europe all walking a thin line between security and sovereignty. So, is this a breakthrough or just political theater? Will the US guarantee really protect Ukraine? Or is it a halfway measure with hidden risks? We'll be tracking every twist. Don't forget to subscribe to the Indian Express for more global explainers.